This is an insight from a 4-hour coaching session with student Kris, and I decided to share this publicly with you because I'm sure many different players will benefit from this lesson as well. It's about position play, it's about strategy, and about how you stroke the ball. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Okay. Interesting opening shot.
Yeah,
What you want to do? Obviously,
cut the one down,
but what do you want to do with the cue ball?
come back.
Right, yeah, come back. And once you're here, you're in a very good shape.
And if you're wondering, first of all, Kris is an advanced player and we have been working on his game for over 3 hours already at this point. This means shot making, fundamentals, cue ball control, and mental game.
Nice shot.
This is why we're not going too deep into all that stuff, but we're just focusing on the strategy at this point, and it's going to be really interesting.
Probably can't avoid that 5 ball.
Yeah,
And here we decided to use some inside spin in case he catches that right part of the 5 ball, because that way the cue ball would have gone 2 rails nicely towards that 3 ball. But it's difficult and he hit it a bit too full, but it was still fine.
This is fine. You still managed to at least bring the cue ball. Didn't leave it here, but it got out of the rail. So that's fine.
yeah.
What's the plan here?
I'd like to actually play the 3 ball in the corner and come around to the backside here.
Like this?
Yeah,
Okay.
either that or else just putting some bottom left on it and trying to draw it back.
Yeah, let's give it a try. I also like your plan more than the bottom left. Bottom left is really difficult.
Yeah, that's very difficult trying to hold it. Natural tendency is to pull it all the way.
So let's see what is happening with Kris' shot selection. And my mentality when coaching is I always want to let the people shoot their shot first, because I don't want to interfere right away and tell people this is the wrong shot. So let's evaluate from what happened here.
Okay. Problem is this becomes missable with the right spin.
Yeah,
The difficult
with the
shot.
distance.
I'm gonna give you one more try on that.
Okay.
Then I'm going to give you another option.
Yeah,
You
now
can
I
see
changed it
how
up.
missable this is with that
Yeah,
inside
that
spin.
is.
So even I would not take it on with inside spin because it's just too difficult for me, and my percentages are so too low. But ask yourself what would happen if you played just in with a high ball. Where would the cue ball probably go if you're not doing anything? Here
Like about up in here.
with just a high ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give it a try. Let's just play it with high, with your stroke, and see what happens. Because I have a different expectation of what
Whoa.
happens with a high ball.
Yeah, I see that now.
So probably a bit
It's
more
actually going to go more up here.
up here, yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to impact, go straight over, and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I would probably just play this with a high ball. If you hit the 9, you probably have the 4 in the side. If you pass the 9 ball here, you either have the 4 in the corner or might even into the side. And by just playing the high ball, you definitely higher your chances a whole lot of making that shot.
Gotcha. Oh, scratch.
That was a bit too hard in my opinion. Let me show you.
Yeah.
I'm playing that with a high ball.
Sometimes the best way to teach people is just to show them instead of explaining with words, because that way they get a better understanding of how the shot should look and has to feel.
Oh, yeah, and you got a perfect position over here.
The perfect position on that 4 ball.
Well, it's not perfect, but it's the best that could happen out of the way we've played the shot. And once again, the reason we're playing the shot that way is because that inside spin makes the shot so much more missable, and in the end you want to stay in control, you don't want to miss, and this is why we're just rolling that one in. And you can see also Kris got a nice position, not the perfect one, but he's still in control.
Yeah, and now, even though you travel a bit too far, you can play it into the corner. I know it's a difficult shot, but at least you didn't miss this one.
And here you had 2 options. You could either slow roll it and stay a bit closer to the 7, or let your stroke out, use a rail and have a bit more control.
Nice. And now all of a sudden you're back in line again.
Well, almost in line. I mean, the angle is good, but just a bit too far away from that 7 ball, which makes things a bit more tricky. So let's see what's going to happen.
Okay.
And twisting my body.
You twisted a bit, yeah. And you also played it as kind of a drag shot, I have the feeling. So
Yeah, it felt like it rather than just stroking through the ball.
Just stroking high. Oh, that's even more difficult than it was. Rather than high and just right spin, you punched it a bit.
Am I still dragging it?
You're still dragging it, yeah. You don't want to have the drag. Let me show you how it should look and feel. Because dragging the ball makes it so much more difficult here compared to just using high touch of right spin. And just stroking, let it roll, take it. You can see once it passes the 8-ball, perfect position.
You get perfect shape to roll.
You get perfect shape on the 8-ball. So really try to stroke it with follow, touch of right spin, no drag shot, higher your percentages. And if you then miss, it's still okay. At least you put a nice stroke onto the ball.
A little strong.
A little strong, but that's okay. Once you're passing the 8-ball line, you can see you have a huge position window.
Quick side note here you could have just slow rolled the 8-ball and maintained position on the 9, because that way you can see the scratch is awfully dangerous. But I don't want to criticize all the time and overwhelm with information. This is why I didn't say anything here. So Kris, if you're watching this, you should have slow rolled that 8.
Nice. And this is such an important thing and an important lesson. If you set that up really quick once again with the 8-ball. So let's say even though the perfect ball in hand position is here, but you have to put a stroke on you don't really like because you're afraid the cue ball might going to travel too far.
Yeah.
Then I would rather put a different stroke on and sacrifice this position here and just leave the cue ball somewhere in this area, but you can stroke it with your feel-good stroke. You don't have to slow roll it in. You can see even like this.
It's still,
But at least I made the ball, and now once again I can work from here. I think 8-ball was even more like this. So don't always try to...
It's like I'm overcompensating the stroke by using more English on it.
Right,
You know, and sacrificing that stroke because I'm going, okay, I need to put more right on this.
Right,
rather than just playing the ball.
Just playing the ball because you know, once I'm here, it doesn't really matter if I'm here or here or here in that case, in that specific case. Same as the shot on the free ball. We're trying to make that with right spin, trying to come a couple of rails around, but it makes the shot and the stroke so much more difficult compared to rolling it in and my taking the shot from here as you did. But you hired your shot making percentage by like 50% or something like that.
Yeah, if it was closer, it'd probably be more comfortable playing that.
If it's like this,
English,
then it's a different story. Yeah, right.
Okay.
So this is, I'm always telling in the videos, yes, when you're playing position, pick a specific point, try to, but sometimes when I'm facing difficult shots and I know I don't have to be at a specific point to continue, I'm sacrificing that point and just focusing to play it with the stroke I like to play it. I would play it if I didn't try to get position.
Gotcha.
And if you're now saying, well, I want to watch the whole 4 hours together with Kris and me, then just become a member of this channel and you get instant access to the whole video.